I shared this story with the sister, and I will share it with you today. I was at Coburg Lake. You know Coburg Lake? طيب. Sitting there with my children, my wife, with the children are playing on the slides, and I see a young girl about 5 or 6 years old. And she had her arm hung onto a pole above her, a little bar, and she was singing on that bar, and she was wearing a short skirt, a little girl. So she wanted to twist, to sort of do a somersault, but then she stopped halfway. I'm observing this girl, thinking, what's going to happen? She's trying to do a somersault and her mother's looking at her. So the mother said to her, twist, it's okay, do a somersault, darling. You know what she said? She said, but Mum, I'm wearing a skirt. My underwear will show. This is the fitrah. Rasul said, every newborn is born on the fitrah, but their parents transform them into a Jew, a Christian, or a fire worshipper, or some other moral. And if you were to leave that person alone, naturally they'll ask, where did I come from? And they'll reach the conclusion that there is a creator to this universe who made them. This girl said, but I'm wearing a short skirt, Mum. The mum said to her, don't worry, you're still a little girl now. You can do it. And so she did the somersault and her underwear showed in front of all these people. Do you know what happens later on? This fitrah of modesty inside of that girl, this is the right time. It's already in her. You have to nurture it, not break it. Nurture it. Nurture it. This mother just broke it. By the time she's 13, 14 and sees all those models out there, she doesn't want to cover anymore. Her mother already told her it's not normal. It's okay. From a young girl. And then she sees all these other people doing that. You know what happened to Adam and Eve when they listened to Iblis and ate from the tree? First they had light covering their awrah. Light covering their private parts. The nur went. The light went. And they felt embarrassed. Embarrassed. Even though it's only them two and they're married and they're in the middle of Jannah, but out in open they felt embarrassed. This is natural. Natural. Unless people put into your mind other thoughts. Psychological thoughts. فَطَفِقَا يَخْصِفَا مِنْ وَرَقِ الْجَنَّةِ Allah says they started to grab the trees, the leaves of the trees of Jannah to cover themselves. Natural, this fitrah. La ilaha illallah. This tells us two things. Naturally, we should cover because this is part of our modesty, our nature. Number two, when you sin, you don't value modesty much anymore. The more you sin, the less modest you become. The more you look at haram, the more you dress less, the more you speak immodest words, the more you do immodest behavior, and it becomes nothing in the end.